So, who's the top 10 of 2002 in the WWF, WWE, and NWA-TNA? At number 10, The Truth. I don't think anyone would have guessed last year that K-Quick would, in 1 year's time, become the world champion. And yet, that is just what he did. As NWA-TNA took off, he wrestled as K-Crush, and then as The Truth. Early on, he formed an alliance with Jeff Jarrett and Brian Lawler and feuded with Scott Hall. And then later on, Six-Pac, Kurt Hennig, and his former partner, B.G. James. After complaining about racial discrimination, Truth got himself a world title shot against Ken Shamrock and won. From there, he would have successful title defenses against Monty Brown, Jerry Lynn, Low Key, Hennig, and Hall. He would end the year battling Russo's Sports Entertainment Extreme Group and beating B.G. James in a chain chair match. At number 9, Six-Pac. Six-Pac started the year off in the WWE as X-Pac. As a member of the NWO, he would even pick up a big win against Bradshaw. However, in the second half of the year, Six-Pac appeared in NWA-TNA. He began successfully teaming with former NWO friend Scott Hall and former DX friend B.G. James and feuding with Brian Lawler, The Truth, and Jeff Jarrett. He'd also have a short stint as the X Division champion, entering an open challenge multi-man ladder match. However, his feud with Brian Lawler intensified when Lawler cost him his title against AJ Styles, and Pac slept with Lawler's girlfriend. In the end, Pac won the rivalry by beating Brian in a world title contender tournament match. At number 8, Kurt Angle. This year was great for the Olympic gold medalists as Angle picked up big wins over Triple H, Kane, Hollywood Hogan, Rey Mysterio, and Edge. However, it would be Edge to beat him and cost him to lose his hair. Towards the end of the year, he was paired with his rival Chris Benoit and won the inaugural SmackDown tag titles by beating Edge and Mysterio. And by the year's end, he would defeat the Big Show to win the world title. This is Kurt's second appearance in the top 10 and his first since 2000. At number 7, Triple H. Triple H started the year great by winning the Royal Rumble and then going on to win the world title from Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 18. He would pick up another win against Jericho in a Hell in a Cell match. By the fall, he was awarded the world title, and he'd beat Rob Van Dam and Kane, unifying his world title with Kane's Intercontinental title. He loses the title to Shawn Michaels, only to regain it the next month in a best 2 out of 3 falls match with victories in a street fight and a ladder match. This is Triple H's second appearance in the top 10 and his first since 1997. At number 6, AJ Styles. AJ Styles had a huge breakout year this year and quickly established himself as a main event player. He won a 4-way double elimination match to become the first ever X Division champion and then made history by teaming with Jerry Lynn to win the tag titles, becoming the first double champion in NWA-TNA. As tag champions, they defeated the Disciples of the New Church and the Flying Elvises. The tag team imploded, and soon him and Jerry Lynn were bitter rivals again, with AJ beating Lynn in a no DQ match. AJ would win the X Division title a second time and pick up wins over Low Key, Kid Cash, and the Amazing Red. At number 5, B.G. James. B.G. James, formerly the Road Dogg, had a great comeback year in NWA-TNA. Coming in as the Masked Bullet, he immediately started feuding with his former partner Jeff Jarrett. He picked up a singles win over Jarrett and a tag victory teaming with Six-Pac, beating Jarrett and Brian Lawler. James, Pac, and Kurt Hennig would then beat Jarrett, Lawler, and The Truth. James would win another tag match against Jarrett, teaming with NASCAR's Hermie Sadler to defeat Jarrett and Bruce. He would continue his winning streak, defeating Lawler, Sonny Siaki, and Lenny Lane. He would then align himself with Vince Russo's Sports Entertainment Extreme and beat The Truth in a Falls Count Anywhere match. This is James' third appearance in the top 10 and his first since 1999. At number 4, Jerry Lynn. This was a year Jerry Lynn finally broke out and got the respect he deserved. Lynn never could seem to be a top guy. In WCW, he was a jobber. He was only in WWF for a minute, and even though he won the lightweight title, he never made any impact. Hell, in ECW, he won the world title, but could never step out of the shadow of Rob Van Dam and was never accepted by the crowd. But in NWA-TNA, he led the X Division revolution. As mentioned before, he won the tag title of AJ Styles, and they were successful until AJ turned on him. He would later beat Styles in a Falls Count Anywhere match, and then defeat both Styles and Low-Ki in a triple ladder match to win the X Division title. He'd have a brush with the world champion as Truth successfully defended his X... Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. He'd have a brush against world champion The Truth, successfully defending his X Division title in a lumberjack match against him. Injury in Sonny Siaki would halt his first run with the title. He would feud with him and beat Sonny back-to-back before beating AJ Styles to regain his X Division title. He would then have a successful title defenses against Styles, Kid Cash, and Amazing Red. At number 3, Sonny Siaki. Sonny Siaki was another NWA-TNA youngster who had an incredible year, much like AJ Styles. He began the summer as a part of the Flying Elvises with Jorge Estrada and Jimmy Yang. They had the distinction of winning the very first NWA-TNA match against Styles, Jerry Lynn, and Low-Ki. The Flying Elvises would have some good success, however, Sonny's ego got the best of him, and he eventually left the group, beating Estrada as he exited. Once he was on his own, the wins started following. He would start feuding with Jerry Lynn. By the end of the year, Sonny Siaki would beat him to become the X Division champion. At number 2, James Storm. America's Most Wanted was easily the best tag team in NWA-TNA, if not the entire wrestling industry. The following is a list of tag teams A&W defeated: the Rainbow Express, the Johnsons, the Hot Shots, Primetime Brian Lee and Big Ron Harris, the Backseat Boys, multiple versions of the Disciples of the New Church, Ron Harris and Ashley Hudson, the SATs, Chris and Rick Michaels, and the Harris Brothers. The team won the tag titles by beating 9 other tag teams in a Gauntlet for the Gold tag match. Their defining moment as a tag team this year was when they entered a blood feud with the Disciples of the New Church, and they beat them and the Harris Brothers in a 3-way dance. At number 1, Chris Harris. Everything I said about James Storm, just apply it here. So congratulations to the top 10 of 2002.